everybody. This is Sarah from Finders Keepers, and I'm here to show you our brand new Bokhylla stamp set. I'm going to be demonstrating that for you today, creating our little bookshelf. Bokhylla is Swedish for bookshelf, according to Google Translate. So hopefully, I haven't said anything awful in Swedish. So I'm just making the bookcase. It comes with these little stripes. Different widths. There's two different widths. One for the interior shelves. I'm using the skinnier stripes here to create my shelves, about 6 dots apart in our Jots&Dots notebook. And then the thicker ones are for the top and the bottom and the sides. And I can also imagine these being used for stripes or plaids in card backgrounds, for example. So I think that they have lots of different uses. I mean, just straight stamps are very useful. And I'm going to fill the shelves with books that I'm going to write the names of books that I've read on the spines of those books. It's kind of keep track of the books that I've read over a period of time. And also, because no shelves are complete without little knickknacks, where I'm going to put in a bunch of little knickknacks that are included in the set. I don't even use them all because there's so many to choose from. So you'll choose the ones that work best for you. And I'm just coming in here with like a light brown ink and stamping little clusters of books on the shelves. There's several different styles of clusters. There's books that lean, books that stack, books that stand up on their own. So, and there's larger books and smaller books, and so they should fit lots of different kinds of titles. And then I'm going to fill in the little gaps with just some little items. There's a clock, there's a little fishbowl, there's there's a little Shakespeare bust that I just love, and candlesticks. There's and a gnome. So there's knickknacks for everyone. And guess what? No dusting. So there's the benefit of that. So I'm filling everything in, and what I'm going to do once I get everything down here is I'm going to start by coloring in, adding some color to this layout with some colored pencils. But before that, I've taken one of our papers from the Libris collection, and I have cut out one of the little squares, and I'm putting in a title. It says books that I have read, and it just comes from a Robert Louis Stevenson poem. And I just thought it was a perfect heading for my little page here in my bullet journal. So I'm using some of our washi from the Libris collection, and I just created a real quick little heading. You could just as easily write it if you prefer, whatever works for you. And I'm taking some colored pencils, and I'm filling in the different knickknacks on the shelves first. And this is a globe, of course, so it's a sphere, so I'm kind of going darker around the edges and leaving kind of a brighter spot in the middle to just give it some dimension and some interest. And there's the fishbowl and the plant. I use 2 colors of green for the leaves because you know that plants they have lots of colors in them. And just kind of choosing colors as I go. I thought the candles might be nice and blue, I think, so I picked up, there we go, blue, and colored that in. And then I did the bust in gray. Busts, of course, they come in gray and they come in brown, and any kind of natural color would work for that. And then I outlined it to give it some shadow. And the little gnome hat, I kind of gave some shadowing to, too, just to kind of add some interest to the page. No big deal. Just kind of as I went, I thought of things, and it was certainly not planned ahead, just really casual. And then I'm going to go through with a fine point pen and just fill in some titles of books that I've read this year so far. And and then what I'm going to do is my thinking was that I would take some colored pencils and I'd color in the spines of the books that had titles in them and keep the other ones blank so that it draws the eye and I can see, where to put books, more books. And it also makes it easier then to come back with a pen later on and write, because sometimes colored pencil, if it's a waxy, the pen won't really stick. So I'm just kind of, filling in all the little books, and there's my little bookshelf. I'm also putting another cut apart. I really liked this quote from Alice in Wonderland from that same paper that I got the heading in, and just to make a little tip in. And so there is my finished product, my book tracker for the year. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you so much for stopping by our studio. Have a great day. Bye-bye.